Welcome to week 6 of the Industry Readiness program. This week you stop writing alone. Your team of 2 or 3 takes the PRD draft from week 5 and turns it into a V1. PRD architecture doc and at least 2 architecture decision records, 13 minutes. Last week solo, you produced a stakeholder interview transcript with verbatim quotes and timestamps, the 5 whys chain, a named decision owner, and a draft PRD V0. This week, with your team of 2 or 3, you co-author the PRD V1. Write an architecture doc with sequence diagrams, draft at least 2 architecture decision records with rejected alternatives, and sign a team contract. The shift this week, you stop writing alone. Bandwidth multiplies, coordination overhead appears. 3 roles. Spec lead owns the PRD in the stories, runs the stakeholder channel, has final word on scope. Impl lead owns the architecture and the scaffold, orchestrates Claude Code sessions, decides the stack. Review lead owns the architecture decision records and pull request reviews, has final word on merge, keeps the quality bar. If your team is 3 people, rotate weekly. Everyone learns each lens by month 3. Line by line editing, everyone touches everything. Result, merge conflicts, 3 different voices per paragraph, nobody accountable. Section ownership, each section has 1 owner who drafts, others comment. Result, 1 voice per section, clean Git history, named accountability. Bistec convention is always section ownership, never line by line. On screen, the decision rights grid. PRD problem and functional requirements. The spec lead is responsible and accountable. The other 2 leads are consulted. Non-functional requirements, impl lead owns it. Architecture, impl lead owns it. Architecture decision records, review lead owns it. Sign off at end of week 6. All 3 leads are accountable. Responsibilities are scoped, accountabilities are shared. That is the shape. The team edit rhythm. Step 1, draft solo. The section owner writes version 0 in 90 minutes alone. No edits from teammates yet. Step 2, async comments. The team leaves suggestions as review comments, not inline rewrites. 24-hour window. Step 3, sync review. A 30-minute call. Resolve comments live in order. Owner commits the final version. 1 section per day. You finish the PRD in 3 days and the architecture doc in 2. The architecture doc skeleton. Section 1, context and constraints. Team, users, timeline, Bistec defaults, non-negotiables from the PRD. Section 2, the component diagram, boxes and arrows at 1 page, every boundary labeled, every data store marked. Section 3, data flow, at least 1 sequence diagram per critical path with timing, retries, and failure branches. Section 4, the architecture decision record index, a linked list of every ADR. Section 5, open questions, named questions with an owner and a deadline. 5 sections, no more. If you need more, split the doc. The Bistec Cloud defaults. App runtime, Azure Container Apps or AKS for multi-service apps. Database, Azure Postgres Flexible or Hetzner hosted Postgres when cost justifies. Secrets, Azure Key Vault or GitHub OIDC secrets. CDN, Azure Front Door or Cloudflare. Infrastructure as code, Bicep or Terraform when multi-cloud. Diverge only with an ADR. The rejected alternative must name a measurable gain, not I prefer it. The team ADR rule. If you cannot name 2 serious alternatives you rejected, you have not had a team decision, you have had a team echo process. Each lead proposes 1 option. All 3 options are documented as alternative A, B, and C. The team picks 1 and explains what would have broken if the other 2 had been picked. That is an architecture decision record. Move 1, the smallest reversible bet. Which option is cheapest to rip out? Pick it, ship it, learn. Move 2, a 4-hour spike. Each side builds a throwaway prototype. Compare data, not opinions. Move 3, the decision owner breaks the tie. Tech lead or program lead. Use this move third, not first. Escalating to the tech lead before you have tried the other two moves is learned helplessness. Escalate now. The stakeholder materially changes scope. The team is stuck longer than 24 hours on the same decision. Cost overrun is projected at more than 2 times the budget, or there is a security or compliance question. Handle yourselves, stylistic disagreements, reversible tool choices, PRD wording polish, sprint velocity hiccups. The escalation bar is specific. Respect it. If week 7 starts without your V1, you already failed. Ship a good enough draft on day 3. Perfect PRDs are written in retrospect. A day 3 draft with known gaps beats a day 7 polished version that arrives too late. Your week 7 OpenAPI work will catch the gaps that actually matter. Week 6 deliverables. Artifact 1, the PRD version 1.0. Problem. Functional requirements, non-functional requirements, non-goals, team contract. Signed off by all 3 leads. Artifact 2, the architecture doc. Component diagram, at least 1 sequence diagram for the critical path, cloud topology. Artifact 3, 2 architecture decision records, 1 for the stack choice, 1 for the data layer, each with 2 rejected alternatives. Submit to the team repository by Friday end of day. Week 7 assumes this exists. The takeaway from week 6. 3 roles. Section ownership. Day 3 draft beats day 7 polish. Coming in week 7. OpenAPI 3 spec first design. Paths and components. Error contracts with problem details. Type generation for client and server from one source. Redocally linked with 0 warnings, not just 0 errors. Fire today's training diary entry. See you in week 7.